Hello. I'm gonna remove a bit of sounds like this. I think this is nice. Hello. Um, I'm gonna show that. Uh, I'm just gonna talk a bit about uh maturity and you know being very dependent on someone. Maybe you very dependent to God. You know, you use God as a coping mechanism, or maybe you're very dependent to your friend emotionally, or maybe sometimes financially, or you're very dependent to your parent. You know, maybe you need them for housing. Maybe you don't have much money to live by your own. And I think those two things is very related to each other because the more you fuck man, my hair is kinda fucked up a bit, but it's okay. But I'm not gonna show myself, I guess. But the more you mature, the more you think, the more you think about yourself, and I think that's a good thing. Like I think by definition, being mature is that oh, you're fully grown, you are in adulthood. Um, I don't think that's the case. A lot of people in when they are mature, I mean like when they are in their 20s, or maybe they're in their own 30s, um, they're very immature person. I can certainly say that to someone that I closely related to. I'm not gonna say them or mention it. So yeah, but yeah, I mean it's very a lot of like adult is not mature at all. It's very dependent on their environment. I would say I'm not psychologist or anything. I just state something that my opinion or and the way that I view the world. So maybe the shit that I say is wrong, especially um because lack of better word, like I having hard time to describe a lot of stuff because English is not my first language, but I just want to improve the way that I talking. So um let's just say I am very not dependent to my parent, like a lot of right now, especially I've been thinking a lot, like a lot of stuff in my own way. Like, okay, I want to get this stuff, I want to get this stuff. I use my own money, but someone, had to ask money from me. I mean, like, okay, it's fine, It's I'm very close to them, but sometimes they ask a bit too much money. Sometimes I ask my other friends, how much they give, this person or the person that close to them money. It's sometimes half of the way the it's sometimes it's half of value that I give. I mean, for me, like the value that they give, I can give that, but the the amount of money that I gave them is a bit too much. The thing is that living, is very hard. Like you need a lot of money, and I've been thinking a lot about my future. You know, where I have to go. from here. Um, I've been very delusional kid. I think still is now. You know, I wanna be YouTuber. I wanna be this. I wanna be that. That shit lot of like bullshit. That shit BS. I'm never gonna be like the thing that I wanna be. Um, certainly is. Now, uh, do I say I'm mature? I'm not. I don't think so. Like, I'm still fucking retard that I am. But the thing is that I have been thinking a lot and I've been conscious a lot of my environment and my own self being. And it's different, when you were in high school and shit, all you think is like boobies or I don't know, video game, some shit like that. Now I'm thinking about taxes and fucking I don't know, fuck man. How do I gonna get like paycheck? How do I gonna you know use this money wisely? Because for certain, sometimes I did not use my money wisely. Sometimes like, oh fuck, I overspend like this day. Today I overspend my money, like and I've been thinking a lot of like that. It's crazy. I mean, when I was young, I don't have to think about it. Sort of like remind me of Persona 2. Being adult and it's that responsibility is not something that you want to have, but because you're adult, now society expect you to have a responsibility. Even like a small mistake now that can be a huge problem. Maybe not now, or sometime um you made a mistake during high school, and that shit like bring you to adulthood. Like actually, one thing that I want to say is that my for example my health. I'm not a very healthy person. Especially when I was young. For example, my teeth. I eat a lot of like sugar. Not less sugar. I bought like chocolate. Oh, ate this by myself, and this is a lot like chocolate for a day. You know, and I'm a very responsible person. Hello. Oh my lord, man, I fucking hate that. But it stems from how immature I am. I mean, how you actually define maturity? Except for, oh yeah, I'm grown out now. I think a lot of like people in their, like I said before, even in their 30 or maybe in their 40, they are not mature. Like one of the thing that make you mature is that you realize the shit that you do is cringe. Yes, I mean like you still do like a lot of like cringe shit. Even you, I think even you're 50. Maybe I'm not in my 50 yet. I'm still a long way from there. But uh it's gonna happen. Like for example, my mom, man, holy hell, man, she do a lot like cringe shit. I mean, age of like internet. She do like those TikTok shit. I don't use TikTok. I'm not mature, some shit like that, but it's just not shit for me. Just oh man, a lot like it's just like you know, I can't even like express how I hate cringe shit. I mean, I do a lot like cringe shit myself, but I would not do it on public, you know, maybe on online shit, you know. It oh yeah. I would say that me online and me in real life is two separate person, you know. I'm very like an inviting person. I do not talk a lot like in real life. It's just not me, man. Like what the hell is that? So um fuck, I'm hungry. I'm fucking hungry right now. But yeah, I mean cool, I guess. The man, this is why I hate talking like this, but it's just some sort of like my routine now. I mean, sometimes I did not like do live stream at all. I just want to like put a video and talk because I want to improve my speech. This is the worst way you want to you want to improve your speech. But yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot like friend in real life that I can speak English. I mean, I barely talk in my own language. That's crazy actually. Like it's some sort of like I don't know. I'm fucking outlier, my dude. I do shit. Yeah, I have to update that game. Fuck this game. Okay, hold on. Even adult is not well developed emotionally. So okay, Cambridge. The hell is that? I Hello, chat. So, motherfucker, I'm not gonna say something like that. So, you know what? Look out this shit. Um, I wanna work out and shit. I'm not sure, man. Cleanser. Should get this. Holy hell. This one. Because if I'm not mistaken, scrub, you know, scrub foam is not something you should wear every single day. It's like once a week. So I think this is the most important thing. And I think I should, but I have to think a lot. Like I want to take took care of my skin, took care of my body a lot. I've been thinking about uh, working out. My body is so fucking skinny. Not as skinny as I used to be. You know, I used to be like a skeleton. I would say by how little I eat. So fuck yeah, I should. I think I should. Um, I'm not sure the protein powder. Let's take a look. Hi, protein powder. How much should I take this? Per serving? What the hell? How much is this? 1 kg. Okay, 1 kg per serving should be like based on my what holy hell serving size. It's like I thought it need to be per body weight. So it's not per kilogram of your barley. Okay. Okay, you know what? I just gonna take a bit lower than that. But god damn man, that's a lot. Um I'm around 57, 54, something like that. So I don't know, that sounds like a lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna work out a bit. But damn, I'm not sure. Because all I wanna do right now is calisthenic. What the hell is this? Adult and responsibility. I thought I what the hell? That's crazy, my dude. I've been watching this guy a lot since like 2 years ago. Be like, or not like I think 2 years ago. Yeah, I just did not work out yet. That's crazy. Oh my lord, that's crazy. Ah,
So if I had to go back in time to before I even started working out, I'd find a less athletic version of myself. But knowing what I know now, I would focus on these things to get started, to keep it simple and focus on the things that really matter, and then also just refining that process to get the results. And if I would have just done that, I would have got stronger way faster. So anyways, this is just the honest advice I'd give to anybody who's looking to start working out or start getting into it. Let's get into it. And the first thing I would say is to make a decision and make it a priority. We really only have so much time and energy throughout the day. And if you don't place any importance or focus on your goal, it's going to be pushed to the side as you're going to fill that space with other things. And wherever we place our energy and effort, we're going to improve. Although the average person has a lot of things that they care about, but just
what the
placing some
hell?
importance on fitness and making it a part of your life is key. Because the more importance you place on it, the more you're going to do it. And of course it has all these like benefits and stuff, but I've never once seen someone say like, I'm getting healthier and like work out for that reason alone. I mean, some people love that stuff, but it doesn't motivate me. So giving yourself a reason to drive past some of the challenges that are going to come up is important in my opinion. Most people never give themselves a reason that drives them and motivates them to get past these initial stages, because when you first start working out, it's not as fun as when you get into it and you start to enjoy the process itself. So to get over that initial uncomfortable stage, you have to have a reason and something that drives you to get past it. If you just think about it, why would you do something that's not fun all the time, that takes effort, if you don't really care about it? You have to give yourself a reason to care. And that's why goals and reasons are so important, because they give you that initial drive and energy to go after it. And just speaking from my own experience, the things that helped me take that initial action were, one, I wanted to get my first dunk. I was a basketball player and I really wanted to dunk, and I knew I had to get in the weight room for that. I also wanted to see some muscles on my body for the first time. And I also kind of felt a little bit weak at that moment in my life. And I didn't like that feeling. I kind of wanted to change it. That's all it took for me to get that initial energy to just go for it. And I think that's different for everybody. You gotta find a reason that's true to you, true to what you want, and something that you care about. At least it's helped me. And just having those reasons that I mentioned before, I was able to take action, and I went to the basement of the YMCA where the weight room was, and I was like, I'm going for this. Long hallway you gotta go through to get there, and there's flickering fluorescent lights. It was actually like straight out of a horror movie. I thought some chick was gonna walk like this backwards towards me, with the neck going like this. Fortunately, that didn't happen, and I was a little hesitant to go, but I kept walking down the hallway, and walking past me came this giant Jamaican dude. To this day, he was one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen, and he had those lats that went like this, and you can't put the arms down. I was just walking past him like this, and he was actually really nice. And he even pointed me in the direction of the gym. He was like, oh, you need to go over there, man. It's a terrible Jamaican accent, but you get the point. He was really nice. And most people at the gym are super nice. So if you are feeling anxious or any of that, just go for it. If once you're in there, you're gonna get more comfortable, and eventually all that stuff's just gonna go away as you realize that they're focusing on their own workouts and all that, and they don't really care. It's just one small decision, to go to the gym, but it has such a big ripple effect. You go there once, and if you just keep coming back slowly, you start to find yourself more comfortable in that environment. And then you start, trying new things, trying new workouts, having more fun with it. You start to see progress. And once you see progress, then you really start to find joy for it. And just having that initial courage to take that first jump and that first decision of, I'm going to do this, is really important. I understand a lot of people hate this and they hate mindset stuff. They just want to be like, oh, just tell me what works. Which I'll talk more about how you can integrate it into your life later, but just having that commitment to yourself that this is what you do and going for it, I think is huge. And once you're starting to make a change and you're doing something a little different, you just want to keep it simple. Although it gets overcomplicated because of the fitness industry, it's really simple. It really boils down to two things: working out hard and then eating in alignment with your goals. Although that's easier said than done, and I still struggle with the diet thing sometimes. The other day I ate yogurt for the entire day, for the whole day. So the real goal here is to get ourselves to meet those two requirements. And on top of that, the fitness industry is going to sell you all these things: routines, supplements, the 30-day belly fat shredding extravaganza, my ebook. But most of it is just extra stuff you don't really need. You got to work out hard, eat in alignment with your goals. You can get better looking than 95% of the population if you just took a boulder and started chucking it up and down. Yeah, that being said, some structure is nice. I'd say an upper-lower split is great if you're starting out. It just breaks it up nicely, and I'll link some routines below for free. It just gives you something to see and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. If you just work at it, you're gonna see progress and results. Fitness is awesome because you get what you put into it, and the effort that you give gets rewarded at the end. And I know I said go for it and all that, but a lot of people, when they jump into the training, they try to do it all at once. They say, I'm turning over a new leaf. And then they just start going crazy in the gym, which I'm all for. I love a good workout. But then they wake up the next morning and they can't move. And just understanding that the habit of working out and consistency is more important than what you're doing for the workout. If you're just coming back every single day and then making small tweaks and changes and learning, you're gonna get jacked eventually. So just do that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you gotta execute on it. As for your diet, that also doesn't have to be perfect, but it can't be horrendous. Otherwise, it's gonna, as they say, kill your gains. I experienced this firsthand in college when my diet was dino nuggets, bagels, and beer. Although I was kind of living the life with that diet, it was not supporting my training. And the moment I started to make little changes to my diet, I started to see an instant impact on my results. I completely chopped down, and then I was able to even do some cooler dunks that I had never thought would be possible, like the windmill and stuff. But when I made that change in my diet, I didn't do it all at once. It's the same as working out. You can't just flip over a new leaf and be a completely new person who has a perfect, clean diet. It doesn't work like that. You wanna make one change at a time and make eating healthy as easy as possible. First, I eliminated the beer, then I eliminated the bagels, and eventually I even eliminated the dino nuggets, which of those three, if I was gonna do the Kill Mary thing, I'm marrying dino nuggets any day. So that was a tough one to kick. As for your diet, you just need to eat a proper amount of protein and then eat in alignment with your goals, whether it's a calorie deficit or a calorie surplus or maintenance. We all have a certain amount of maintenance calories to maintain our weight, and if we want to lose weight, then we have to eat less than that maintenance level. The hard thing is to do that. One way I like to do is push my meals off to the end of the day. You know, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but that was actually lies told to us by advertisers in the mid 20th century by cereal companies. Cereal companies wanted us to eat breakfast, so they said breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You also just want to eat foods that are more bang for your buck. For example, instead of eating ice cream, eat Greek yogurt. You can eat 3 tubs of Greek yogurt for 1 tub of ice cream. It's kind of insane. It's 300 calories versus 1,000 calories. If you're trying to gain weight, eat that calorie-dense stuff. Also, eat your breakfast. It's the most important meal.
Don't say that, man. Okay, what is calorie dense food? Please not peanut butter, man. I fucking hate peanut butter. Oh yeah, nuts and nut. Okay, I know you're gonna. Okay, my dude. Avocados. Okay. Raisin. Okay.